What's that?
No, Joe, do not sniff. Hey, Joe, Sleepy Joe, how we doing? Welcome back, Joe. How is Ukraine? Did you pick up Hunter's paycheck while you were there?
Oh, how's it going there, Phil? QAnon OE? I'm doing just fine over here at Pennsylvania Avenue.
Oh my God! So, all right, yes. So, Joe. So I'm curious. Did they have to pick? Because of inflation, did they have to kick it up to 15% for the big guy now?
Look, I'm not so good with the numbers and stuff, but I'll just say everybody's doing handsomely, especially if you're a Ukrainian citizen. I was talking today about putting in. We're going to start paying pensions because we want to make sure that those people have a little bit of spend and scratch over there. We got to take care of our own.
Hey, Joe, have you been to East Palestine, Ohio?
I don't get involved in that Middle Eastern stuff. It's a tense thing. I like to take care of business here at home, Phil. Come on.
Yes.
Not the malarkey.
Your domestic policy has just been a bang up job, Joe. So we were just talking about Russia and Tiberius Jakanadar here. They're talking about how they want the Putin regime removed and Putin removed from power. How are you going to go about that, Joe?
Yeah, I was listening to Tenacious D over there before he took off, and with his curly hair, and it sounds like he's really got my best interest at heart, and any means necessary. We've got to get this guy out. That's what it comes down to. We all know it's been proven, it's verifiable. Look it up. He put Donald Trump in the White House. We know this, and thankfully, most popular president in history, yours truly, came by, wiped the floor with him, and he's out. President Pig Shit, that orange bastard, he's gone. You're welcome.
That's
Wait, can I ask President Joe?
Ask away, Osirez.
President Joe, how do you feel about Hogwarts Legacy and the trans conversation?
I don't think that the Harry Potter feller had anything to do with those train derailments. I don't know what you're implying there. I don't think they're related, but maybe I'm not privy to that information. I'm just the fucking president.
Yeah, you're powerless around here.
I think that's a solid answer. I think that answers the question. Those trade derailments, that's a pretty serious thing.
Yeah, that's right, kid. Come save Osirez from the answer to that question. Holy shit! Yeah, I can hear him in the background. Dad,
what was that? No, it's
what's that?
No, Joe, do not sniff. Do not sniff.
Sorry.
No, I know it's hard for you to resist, Joe.
Don't make me get the spray bottle,
Joe. No, you didn't sniff anybody. You didn't sniff anyone in Ukraine, did you?
Well, look, next question.
There you go. Good question. Good answer.
Good answer. Next question.
Walk by that one. I look. Zelensky. He's a very handsome man. He's got a lot of pheromones coming off of him, and he's a general or something over there, and he's a very masculine man, and he's you got to take a whiff. All the ladies want to.
Joe, did you make out with Zelensky?
Look, what I do behind closed doors, none of your business. What
my wife, a lot of
my wife and the vice president's husband do in front of the world, that's their business. Just saying.
Okay. I got a very serious question. Look, I am an African American person who lives in the United States of the Americas, and I want to know what you think about your Vice President Kamala Harris and the contention she has with the Black community. Is this a legitimate pick, or was you forced to do this?
She's been nothing but inspirational. She's a very independent woman, and she just speaks to me. And if you've been listening to her over the last, since I've been campaigning when I picked her, I mean, the words that come out of her mouth, have you ever heard a more well-spoken person? Not just female. She's one of the females. Did you know that?
She is a female, considering the trans
she's one of the
situation.
females.
Yeah, she is a female. Yes, I get
She's
this.
amazing. She speaks to me. Like when I'm hearing her talk, she says, I'm wearing a blue shirt. Like, that's inspirational stuff right there. You can't buy that. It's amazing.
I get it.
So,
I get
Joe, what is it that makes her amazing?
You know, she's usually in a hurry. You know, not the standard hurry when you're in a rush to get someplace, but like a frantic hurry. And it's the type of hurry where a few seconds could mean life or death. You know, she races down the road. She ignores speed limits, weaves between cars. She's only a few minutes away, but, you know, traffic came to a dead standstill on the road.
That's awe-inspiring.
You know,
I like hurry. I like being in a hurry.
There were two things that were, you know, they were important to Tracy. First was her dog, you know, and anyone that ever met her, Tracy, you know how much she loved her dog. Most would say that she treated her as her child. The dog went with her everywhere. It'd been her best friend for the past 5 years. The second thing that was important to Tracy was, you know the thing.
I know the thing.
Joe, your diaper's getting a little full here, Joe. So anything you'd like to say to the American people about the Chinese spy balloons, about the pollution over Ohio, or anything else from the big guy?
You know, I think it's important to understand we're not going to tolerate these balloons. All right, look, we're shooting them down. We're gonna spend $400,000 a missile. We're gonna blow them up, whether they come from China, whether they're spying on the weather, or whether or not it's in the air. Sometimes, did you know this? They don't even send balloons. Do you know they send trains? Found that out the hard way. We've been shooting down trains left and right sent in from China. We've been taking them out. That's what we do.
Phil, it was good having a channel while you had it.
Oh, don't like Jack. Every week we're like, everyone, enjoy the final episode of Big Bucket Empire. It was a great run. It was like, yeah, every week we're just like, So,
I'm bringing credibility to this show every week. I'm making my voice heard to the American people. Talking to you civilians.
Well, no, I can actually give POTUS a little reminder here, because this is something that went by in the news rather unceremoniously. Biden did make it a binding order that the railroad pay for all the remediation. So it is going to be remediated, and it is not going to come a dime out of taxpayers' pocket to get it done. And the way he did it, even if the fucking railroad declares bankruptcy, the remediation gets first dibs on assets.
Oh, they're going to declare bankruptcy. You bet your ass they will.
Well, no, I actually agree with you, but because of the EPA declaration that was signed, the remediation gets first dibs on all the assets. So,
oh, not before we make our cut, and then we're going to send that money over to Ukraine. It's going to come back clean.
Okay, President Biden, I got a really important question. What do you think about bitches? Okay.
Now you speak his language.
Look. What I'm saying here, we had President Clinton. He liked the bitches, right? He did. He really did love the bitches, right?
Oh,
and President Bush, one of my favorites, and from my home state.
And what a great name!
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, what do you think about the bitches?
Look, man. In my younger days, I did quite well. I advanced a lot further, than a lot of the younger gentlemen in my age range. As I've told you before, I had hairier legs than all the other boys. Women like that. They like a hairy leg or a hairy chest. Now, I haven't had hair on my chest for a while because I won't get into that. But look, I'm a lot more skinless these days, but I still do quite well with the bitches. Obviously, me and Jill, my sister, my wife, whoever, we do a little bit of swapping with Kamala and her husband. So I'm hip. I'm hip to the bitches. Not that I'm saying my vice president's a bitch, but she got to where she is by knowing a thing or two. Let's just say she busts out the knee pads still to this day, because that's how much she cares about America.
Oh dear God.
Okay, so that's how you stay married so long. You know what? Let's note it. That's
You gotta
a good
spice
answer.
it up.
Yeah,
Variety's
exactly.
spice a lot.
I feel you.
I mean, like you said, Joe, what you,
I like
Jill,
this
and the
Ocelot.
vice
He knows what he's talking about.
president's husband do in the blatant eye of the public is their own business.
That's right. I mean, that's what I've been saying about my son, but you people keep bringing things up. I don't understand. If he wants to sleep with a bunch of transvestite hookers, that's his business. All right. Look, what he does with the money that he earns, illegally or undeservingly, that's his business.
Hey, it's just been all inclusive. I get it. I get it.
So actually, no. So Joe, I mean, wouldn't that technically make Hunter a member of the LGBTQ community?
Say what?
Why have you not milked that for points yet, Joe?
Look, we don't need cheap brownie points around here. I'm the most popular president in history. Did you not see? I just told you again. Not only did I win 800 billion votes to claim this seat, I also won my re-election in the midterms in a landslide. Ran unopposed. Nobody came anywhere near me. Nobody came a sniff to me.
When they say satire is dead, I will point them to this stream.
So, Joe, obviously your diaper's got to be getting pretty full, and Jill's going to have to change you. God bless her. She's the hardest working woman in Washington, D.C. today, making you look like you're semblant and coherent.
She is definitely the second hardest woman in D.C. next to Michelle.
Oh, my God. Joe, any last things you'd like to say to the American people? And folks, it's been a great run here on Big Bucket Empire. Enjoy our final episode. It was great. Like Jakk, Osirez, you limboed in right under the fucking. You got in right under the limbo line. Joe, anything you'd like to say?
No, like I said, land, sea, or air, we're going to take out them Chinese spy balloons. Well, at least for the tabloids. Meanwhile, my relations behind the scenes are doing just fine with the Chinese. Let's not split hairs here. But thanks again for having me on the Dog and Chicken Show. There, Phil QAnon OE and Ocelot and Jakk and Coke. It was a great time. I always appreciate appearing on the show. Talk to the civilians, get my finger on the pulse of America, and make sure to vote for me again in 2023. I win every year. It's crazy.
You got my vote, President.
Got another one. I'll count it 3 times.
I love your stance on bitches.
Bitches votes count twice at least.
Oh God, 3 if it's in Pennsylvania, right, Joe? Oh God Almighty.
3.5.
Folks, the current occupant of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the steward of the Oval Office himself, the horrible hands that we all find ourselves in currently, Joseph R. Biden. No, Joe, over here, Joe. No.